Good day, friends. Good day, humans. An interesting approach to the subject. Title goes like this: God did not create evil, we did. God, in my interpretation, is a prime creator, not these fake gods of these fake religions who are squeezing every bit of blood and sweat from all the people, scaring them with their gods. They are revengeful. They are unpredictable. They are revengefully just. Only if you do what they want you to do, then will be right. The true prime creator doesn't have this approach. So as soon as you reading some of these false narratives from the religious books, and you're seeing that they're putting you in the corner, that if you don't do their biddings, you are wrong. You'll know that these are creatures who are not a true God. These are imposters who actually stole the place in your heart where connection with the prime creator should be. So they kind of rewire it, that instead of you going directly to the prime creator, they rewire it into their interpretation of the God with smaller g, that you have to obey. You have to pray to these creatures. You have to pay. And you'll be excluded from ill doings, let's say, or responsibility as soon as you repent all your ill doings through their kind of mechanism of forgiveness. So they'll give you a forgiveness of these gods, fake gods. Only thing you have to pay, you have to do some kind of chores or whatever crap they invent. So they kind of put you in a position where you ending a slave who's producing all these ill deeds and pretending that you don't know that only you can actually forgive yourself all these ill deeds. So when let's say a big earthquake comes, if it's not man-made, okay, if it's just happen as it happens, natural event, whose fault it is? What people, most of the people saying, oh, God has something to do against, doesn't matter, Haiti. Okay, Haiti was a man-made earthquake, so let's find something else. Tsunami in Indonesia, again, I think man-made. 9/11, man-made. 7th of March in Japan, the Fukushima, man-made. Pompeii, let's say, we go back in the past. Is it God's fault? True creator's God's fault? That some of these people did not want to be, saved. Or they could continue living for extra 20, 30, 50 years before they get eradicated by death, by illness, by war. Why Pompeii was wiped out like this? Because energetically it was like a Mediterranean Sodom and Gomorrah place. That's why it was wiped out. Energetically, and not by God. By nature, who's always trying to find a balance into cleansing all this negativity that was produced there. So, same thing with your own body. God did not give you illness. You did. God did not give you bad relationships. You did. all your evil doings or deeds that you performed in the past and you're still performing in the present were not created by God, or God pushed you into doing this. It's you. And only you can be the one who can recognize this, and only you can be the one who can forgive yourself by stopping doing these evil deeds. So whoever you see that is hiding behind these religious, God, forbidden conversations, or God forgotten ill deeds that He will wipe us clean if we do more evil, He will not. It is energetic balancing that nature is doing, because we are part of the nature and part of the divine, whoever still has some soul left. So by us not doing a divine acts towards self and towards others, we are producing a negative and very evil energy that it resides in the place where we exist, in our location, in our physical body, and it cannot be just wiped out by you go and do like Holy Marys 3 times or 32 times in a church and you'll be saved of this. No, you will still die. You will still die in a very painful ways, simply because you don't want to recognize that these are yours. And there's no revengeful God who would save you or who would punish you. God only watching and observing your actions, nothing else. God is only here to be not even a judge. He is there to channel your energies that you're producing, and if it's absolute garbage and it's absolute evil, He will return you back the same thing, because He doesn't want this. It's not His. Yet if you start producing kindness, care, compassion for others, but for self as well, inclusive, only then you will start receiving a true meaning of very merciful God who doesn't judge. So whatever you produce, it will come back to you. So if you produce an evil thoughts, evil actions, evil words, you will receive nothing but this, and not from God. You will receive from nature in itself. You are part of this energetic complex entity that we all live here on the planet. So we are part of this as well. This nature is part of us, or earth is part of us, as we are human beings who are using its elements for our vehicle, for the body. Yet if on a small scale, if there is a misbalance in human body, what's happened? Illness, trauma. Trauma is not always, just to kind of differentiate, it's not always produced by your ill doings, but trauma is sometimes imposed on you by these dark aliens who are trying to produce as much trauma on you until you completely break. So, as of last couple of months, these dark aliens are no more. Yet we still keep doing the same thing as before. We're still bitching about our wives, about husbands, about bosses, about what we have, what we don't have, how difficult it is to live in, doesn't matter, America, Canada, Indonesia, anywhere. We are mostly unsatisfied with where and what we are. How we overcome this? How to overcome all this negativity that we carrying within? Start by not blaming God for anything anymore. Take a responsibility for the way how you live, the way how you feel, and the way how your environment looks like. If your environment is absolutely screwed up, aggressive, fascistic, nationalistic, you are a part of it. I mean, you created part of this. By not saying anything, or by being accomplice, or just being born into this environment and saying nothing, when you recognize that this is not the way how you want to live. But for the sake of fit in, or for the sake of being a good religious creature, you will do whatever these religious creatures do. You go 5 times a day on your knees and bow to the entities that you do not even want to know how bad these entities are, that they feed off your praying energies. Or in the Christian world, where they basically sell their babies as soon as they go baptizing as they're born. And why they're doing it in a Catholic religion so early? Before 1 year old, the baby has to be baptized. Do you know why? Because if it's a bit older, has more abilities to say, no, I don't want this crap, then all the children will just avoid this, because this is what the children feel, that this was a theft of their soul. Because parents actually sell the soul of the children through the machinations of the church and the way how they're presenting it, that they have to be baptized. So this child doesn't belong to you, nor doesn't belong to itself, has no ownership of its own soul. So how we can overcome this? I mean, it's easy once when you figure this out, that you've been tricked, and you've been put in a position where you cannot say, as a 9 months old baby, no, I don't want to be baptized. Like, don't put this stupid water on my head, and my parents cannot just put the signature and sell me out. Yet, this is what they've done. For I can tell you, like 100% of these so-called Christians, they find a way to plug you into the ritualistic energy theft, and they just do it. Yet now it's a time for you to take this back, like anything else, like any contract that you ever signed with unknown entities, in this case these fake gods, or with your bank, or with your partner. Let's say you get married and marriage doesn't work. So what you do? Can you walk out? Not in the Catholic religion. You have to pay the priests for you to get divorced, because they are putting a price on your energy. They're putting a price on your head, and they're holding you hostage until you make a different call, that you don't want to be part of it because you've been tricked. You don't want to be baptized in a Catholic church or any other kind of religion or sect, because you want to claim your energy back. You want to claim your soul back, by simply realizing that the God is not a guilty party here at all. I'm talking prime creator God, not fake gods. When you realize that prime creator is here to give you a free will to actually, you can exercise it the way you want. Yet, I'm telling you, 100% of humanity absolutely go astray. They gave their powers away to churches, to political parties, to dark entities, through money, actually being greedy or being jealous or being hoarding. And bottom line, if you see that you are not kind to others, how you can be kind to yourself? If you see that you don't care how other lives and what you can do that others can be better, how you can actually make your life better. If you cannot heal yourself in this kind of very heavy energies, how you can actually help anybody else, pretending that you are a doctor, that you are a psychiatrist, that you are whatever kind of profession. How scientists can be so arrogant to tell everybody else that what they discovered is the only truth. Afraid that even mentioning there is a force stronger and bigger and taller than all of these scientists together. So there's no conclusion on this. This is ongoing conversation that you will hear from me many times. So stop blaming God for your ill deeds and take a responsibility for every single one of these deeds, and you start feeling much healthier. If you don't know where to start, down in my descriptions you can find a link for creationlightship.com for some free healings. If you're so desperate, or you think that you don't have money, or this is like a BS, you don't have to spend it. See from what you are sick. Go through all these healing, different healing techniques, and find out which one is affecting you the most.